I'm Karen Heidman with Keller Williams Foothills, and today I want to show you Conifer Mountain. It's this beautiful community, but I'm going to preface my little explanation by first telling you better love winter if you're going to live up here. While the rest of Conifer is getting 6 inches of snow, you're probably getting a couple feet of snow. But for those of you who love winter, it could not be a better place to be. The way the neighborhood is constructed in the first place is kind of like this. So everybody has fantastic views. One way or another, there are lots of views of Pikes Peak available. And we are at 9,700 feet though, so you're a good 1,000 feet higher than where you started down at Conifer at 8,700 feet. So be aware of that. One of the best things about this neighborhood though is there's actually 3 ways out, and that's highly unusual. A lot of our streets are just dead ends because we're, building in little crevasses in the canyon. But here we can get down into Conifer, down via Kings Valley. We can bop over and come down via Kennedy Gulch, or you can take the ridge across from Conifer Mountain to Shadow Mountain to Black Mountain and come down in Evergreen and down Brook Forest. So that's a real benefit if you're ever thinking, what's going to happen if there's a wildfire or something like that. So overall, if you like the winter, if you like beautiful views, privacy, a lot of larger lots here, you might want to check out Conifer Mountain. Something I find super interesting about Conifer Mountain is that it was developed by former Colorado Governor Roy Romer. Those of you who are around in the 80s and 90s surely remember him. He had like a 12-year term. So all of this mountain is named after his family. You're going to drive around and you're going to find Marys and Marks and Elizabeth and Phoebe, all these names for all the people in his family. And then up here at the very tippy top is Bees. Maybe you remember that his wife's name was Bee, so she got the premier street with gorgeous views of both the city and the mountains. And then, interesting side note and addendum, I guess, his son Paul. Paul's is down the street a little bit, and Paul actually received a Nobel Prize in economics. So I think that's pretty great history for Colorado. And on a side note, and I just find this so cute, is all the streets, it's not Mary or Paul, it's Mary's and Paul's, because there's a sense of ownership. These streets belong to them. They belong to his family. Even though he was developing them for sale, he took it that personally, and I find that super endearing.